And we're live. Thank you guys for coming out. Mr. Chris Garwood, Mitch Cox, Sugar Ray. How are we feeling tonight, gentlemen? Are we still okay?
Very good.
Pretty good.
Little spacey.
Little spacey.
I'm
That's
in there.
good.
I'm in there like underwear.
Everybody
on
sober?
A fat chick on a hot summer's day. I'm in
That's
there.
deep in there. That's stuck. Get some pliers.
That's how long are you digging? Just throw some other underwear on top of that. I want to act like that didn't happen. That's what they do.
Hell yeah. I got a couple random topics for the Feezo show tonight, things in my life. Feel free if you have anything that relates or anything. But, I did a bunch of work to the studio and everything. I had just piles and piles of things we were throwing out. And, some of it was like shoes, clothes, things like that. I had this guy that used to mow my lawn. And we come back home at like 9 a.m. after setting the shit out at 6 a.m. And he's digging through our trash. And I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? She asked me, she's like, who in the hell is this? I said, being around here, some fucking bum. But and then I see him throw a box, and I'm like, it's cool that he goes through my shit. I'm just to let him know that kind of keep it neat. You know what I mean? So I pull up, and no, it's the dude that used to mow our lawn. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he was embarrassed, but this dude, motherfucker, never has anything positive to say about me. I pull up and he's like, man, you guys are wasteful. And about 3 hours later, I was driving down the road and I said, fuck that guy. What? He's digging through my fucking trash. You know what I'm saying? How dare he judge me?
Yeah.
Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? He's picky. He's not a beggar.
No.
He's just choosing to dig through your trash.
I bet he's a millionaire.
He's like, look at this shit, you nasty mother. Oh, I have eaten a piece of chicken.
Wow.
not here, but yeah, you understand.
What? Because I'm fat? Nah, man.
Nah, because you love chicken. Everybody loves chicken.
You guys threw away a whole 6-piece Tuesday night, and I'm fucking mad, okay?
Hold up. Where was it from?
Could have got an 8-piece for $2 more.
Was it from a place that has flies in it? If it doesn't have flies, it's not good.
I don't want it.
You gotta have flies.
Oh, you mean every restaurant in Valley Station since 2010?
Not a clean flies. They flies because they're hungry.
Like the
It's
flies,
different.
they have a whole heritage there, like their own species. Like, oh, that's the Lee's chicken fly.
You can tell which flies which, because the ones that belong in the bathroom go straight to the bathroom. And the ones that go for the chicken are the ones that are supposed to be in the kitchen. Like, it's just like, y'all know we don't fuck with you bathroom flies. Y'all stay in there because y'all full of shit. We're going to be here with the chicken.
The Lee's chicken flies were like morbidly obese from all the grease intake.
No, look though, dude, I guess was mortified that I saw him doing that, and he walked away real quick. But we left the house again like 3 hours later. Almost all of our trash was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like, you gotta give that guy props. You know, like, I ain't even really gotta do shit. Just put it outside and he gets it. Like, you should be like, hey man, to be honest with you, why don't you just come get it from the side of the house? That way I ain't gotta look it to the curb.
I don't know. He's just too nosy, dude. Like, he's always on my property. Like, man, he called me a redneck. Like, if you know me, there's nothing redneck about me. I think this dude's more redneck than me. And he's always, like I say, he's always got something negative to say about me. And I don't know. Like, I'm always so nice, but, like, it always hits me a couple hours later with this dude. Like, I should tell him to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, the only reason why he mowed our lawn is because he guilted me into it. Like, he kept saying, like, come on, man, $20 and I'll mow your shit.
They paid you to pay him to mow your lawn.
He was like, all right, I'll give you like half my allowance every 2 weeks and you can come do it. It's one of my chores. I'm not trying to get out there anyways in the sun if you're offering. Was it like that, or did he have a deal with like your mom's?
What?
I'm trying to figure out.
I thought you said you was paying him to cut your grass.
Here, I own.
See, that was the spacey thing I was talking
going?
about. That was the spacey thing I was talking about. I thought
He was like,
there was a different preface for the conversation. Like,
hey man, how much did your mom pay?
like this was back in time or something.
Like he used to mow my lawn in 1984.
I was like, how'd you know this dude back when you was like a kid? That's what I was wondering like the whole time.
How long have you been wanting to tell us you got to fuck up? That's the question.
Damn, man. Nah.
Not this decade. Not this decade.
I had a weird neighbor, man. When I moved in, he was acting like he was mowing his lawn and shit, and we was putting all stuff in. He kept looking at the dogs, and I was like, this guy is fucking weird. Like, I don't know what it is. He's fucking weird. So one day he came over, I was fucking letting the dog out, and he was like, hey. And I forget what his name was, Frank or some shit. And he was like, hey, I'm Frank. I'm your neighbor. And I was like, I know that. He was like, hey, what's your dog's name? And I told him my dog's name. And he was like, yeah, me and my dog, da-da-da-da-da. And then he was like, yeah, and called my dog the wrong name. And I was like, hold on. Now you get it wrong. I just told you what the fuck the dog name was. But I understand something might be wrong with your brain cells. So he was like, yeah, so if anybody asks you, just out of the blue, like, that's what I said, this is how it happened. Just, if anybody asks you, I was at work, and I'm a firefighter. And I'm a firefighter. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. And he was like, yeah. And I wasn't here. What the fuck? He's like, yeah, because I be these cats. See all these cats? I knew the cats.
That's the dude that.
I was like, oh, dude, you knew the cats? No, I take them to get neutered. Hold on. So you voluntarily lure cats to your house to go get the chits cut off. That's fucking weird. Like, you're just like, hey, found another random cat. You get to shut up.
That's
with 6 son of a bitch is like, yeah, bring me all the cats you have.
It sounds like the neighborhood guy that would introduce kids to meth but not do it himself.
Oh, that's a Craigslist cat killer type. Yeah.
Like, look, all the kitties love me.
But no, I've had one weird neighbor, and I've had like tons of cool neighbors all my life. Well, I've had one weird neighbor recently, but whenever I was a kid, I had one weird neighbor, lived a little bit down the street from me, but like I'd always be riding my bike around and wave at him like all the other people in my neighborhood. Fucking happy kid riding around on his bike. He's just always like real suspicious. And his windows were like covered in newspaper, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to black out his windows. And then like the only time I'd ever seen activity at his house is like rarely, like him getting out of his car, getting in his car and leaving. And then one night out of the blue, I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, just walking the neighborhood at night, bored as hell in Valley Station, at my dad's house. And dude, like a whole rave inside this dude's house, I swear. Like not tons of cars, like 2 or 3 cars, but like, you know, the disco light type red switching lights and like strobing lights and just loud music all night. I just thought that was the weirdest thing, the weirdest neighbor I've ever had. I know I
want to party with the dude.
Yeah, I mean he never said what's up or anything, so like I just assume he's a total weirdo.
Like he definitely has children in that basement. I bet you.
It was like some Disturbia type, yeah.
People, look, I got $5 on it. Y'all, did y'all ever find out? Did y'all ever get the money? Who has the money? I had a weird neighbor. Like she was crazy as shit. Like they would throw her in the loony bin every other weekend. Right? And her favorite saying was, "They just gonna let me out in 3 days." So whatever the fuck she did, she was like, "They gonna let me out in 3 days." So it was like, I don't care. So she would get high as shit, right? And come on and start talking to herself. And where we live, the Spurs would win their games, and the line of traffic would just pile up in front of our house and be for miles. She'd come outside with canned corn, canned beans, green beans.
It sounds like that song.
Did not tell y'all's asses by parking in front of my house. Now they had the red light. Just mind their own fucking business. Boom, boom, boom. She's breaking windows.
Damn.
These white people not flinching. Straight looking at the light. Can't wait for it to change. Will not look in her direction.
I need to get out of here, but I am not about to break the law to do
Not
it.
at all. I didn't see the shit, so I come outside and all you see is fucking corn and shit all up and down the street. And I'm like, what the fuck happened out here? And I got a friend, I like to name him Exploding Guy, because he used to get C4. I don't know how the fuck he gets C4. But he got C4, and he put C4 everywhere. Like, you would think, normal places, outside, no, under the couch, under the stairs, under the windowsill, under the bed. Who are you blowing up? You blowing up the enemy, or you trying to kill your family? I don't know. I don't want to be here when that goes off. But he'll be like, hey, you missed it. And I'll be like, what happened? He'll be like, man, nut lady over there. I call her nut lady because she's nuts. But not nut lady like she did take a lot of nuts. She was afraid. She went to my uncle's house and fucked him too. It was weird. But it was weird. So he was like, yeah, nut lady went crazy, yeah, bad shit. And she threw corn and shit and broke people's windows. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's some crazy ass shit. Can't believe it. Roll up. I don't give a fuck. I didn't see the shit. In my mind, shit didn't happen. Shit didn't happen. So he rolling up, and then all I hear is, what the fuck? She out there messing with the Mexicans. And I'm like, huh? They're like, she over there, fuck Mother Mary, and she's kicking the side. When I tell you, it was at least 50 people that came out that house. They surrounded the yard. And I was like, they finna kill this lady. Close the door. I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah, kill that bitch.
Turn the TV up. I'm not in that.
Hey, our first real neighbors, my parents bought a house in 1999, their first house. And the first week we were living there, we had like a long yard, and then along that, like a bunch of neighboring yards that had smaller yards, like from around the corner of the street. First week there, our neighbors got shot while we
house?
were, yeah,
Whoa.
because they were having like a graduation party, and we're having like a move-in thing, and
Somebody got
pop,
capped at the
pop,
graduation party?
yeah. And so like, yeah, I've had crazy neighbors.
Whoa.
Adjacent to that neighbor was the psychics.
Psychics.
This is all one strip, man. Like, my house is like Friday. Like, it was weird as fuck. Like, the whole house, like, it was old people, and then we all grew up. So, the psychics, quote unquote, lived across the street from Exploding Guy. And we would watch them every day. And Exploding Guy was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm finna go smoke psychics weed. And I was like, he got that exotic shit. That was that good shit back in the day. Like, I don't know what the fuck they called it, but the shit was orange and purple and green and shit. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go smoke this shit. And I was like, okay. Walk right over there. So I talked to him, he smoked this shit. He tried to pass it back. Dude was like, nah, I'm good. And I was like, oh. Walk over there, what you did? He don't want it no more. We finna smoke that. Go ahead, let me get that. This good shit. So, psychic guy at the comedy club, his wife tells fortunes. She's supposed to be a psychic. Well, they came out and said that they was a fraud. Well,
No shit.
no shit.
Oh my God.
They are picketing this lady's house. And we asked her, did y'all see this coming? No, you didn't. He's like, yeah, we did. Okay. The exploding guy was like, okay, all right, psychic man. What about when dude punched you in the face? Did you see that coming too? Yeah, exactly. Caught you off guard. I seen your face. It was Yeah, caught you off guard. You ain't no psychic. Ain't no such thing as psychic powers. Like, they can't tell you the future. If they did, they wouldn't be telling you the future. Like, you know, like, if I see some horrible shit in your future, would I tell you? Like, if I just see you get decapitated, and I'm like, am I supposed to tell this motherfucker you about to get your head chopped off?
I would hope you would tell me. If,
And then your head get chopped off, and I told you, if I didn't tell you, would it happen?
See, I recently learned that all time affects all time, all the time. No, that's real shit.
I know.
Oh my God.
And
Everything you showed us.
yeah, what is reality? And so that's why, like, you could be psychic and you could have visions of a future, but it just could be like the wrong future because somewhere along the timeline it changed. It's always ever changing.
Yeah.
Everything exists all the time, like, which is weird to think
Until
about.
it doesn't exist.
Well, our versions, our perceptions of reality are could be vastly different too. We're just the universe experiencing itself, my friend.
Man, so if I watch you shoot yourself in the foot right now, and you go, this hurts, I go, nah, that don't hurt me. Is
No.
it not supposed to hurt you? Like, if I can feel
No,
your pain?
it would be like, what I'm trying to say is like, if I shot myself in the foot and I'm like, oh, that hurts, I won't do that again. There are infinite numbers of Erics that like got the message and don't shoot themselves in the foot. You know what I'm saying? But it has to happen sometime. You know what I'm
like
saying?
TV shit, man.
It's like one time I was on an acid trip and I was thinking to myself, like, I was connecting with all the Erics and other universes that are in prison right now.
That other shit right there, Eric. That's that, hey, did y'all see the monster talking to me? And nobody else sees the monster talking to you.
So all the other acid head Erics that are in prison, they're in prison, they're like, do some dumb shit, come join us.
That one joint power activated
No
up.
shit.
Yeah, I was like, bump fist.
They're all like, come join us, it's your destiny. And I'm like, no.
We all must be one. We are all Eric, and Eric is all us.
Interdimensional communication can be possible through enough psychedelics.
See, and then that's when you get Rick and Morty screwing himself. Like, that's the area that we're going to do. That's what I think. Like, when we start talking about shit like that, I'm just like, yeah, Rick and Morty.
Rick is just drugs.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, if you think about it. Rick is just
Yeah, because that's all he does to fuel himself.
drugs and alcohol, yeah.
Like, he hardly ever eats.
Alcohol is the most dangerous drug, in my opinion.
It is. It is. And that's the reason why they have a fucking war against it and they never fucking do anything about it. Like, that's what as far as like, we got a war against this, but here you go. Sell it at every fucking corner store.
True. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, my pops lost the battle of that, and man, it's fucking crazy to watch.
Yeah, man, I've seen that shit. It'll eat you away. Like, I've seen people shake when they don't get it.
Oh, that's cute. Fucking
Vomit throwing up and all that shit.
yeah, man. Fucking
Which, I mean, it won't kill you quickly, like off an overdose most of the time. But it's definitely in the group of dangerous drugs, I think. That shouldn't
Absolutely.
be allowed.
dude. I don't see how that.
Or if they do,
They
I
let
don't
you
know.
drink snake venom. Like, that's legal.
What?
Yeah, some
I
shit
didn't
called
know
snake
about that.
venom. Look. Okay.
You ain't talking about the Venom energy drinks, are you?
No, I'm talking about actual snake venom.
No shit.
It was this chick, man, like back in the day, we went to the exotic meat market.
Was she a Wicca?
I don't even know. She might have been. Okay, let me tell you a story. All right, so it was this white girl back in the day, back before I grew up. I was into weird shit, and I was just like, because my cousins were like, hey, let's go try some exotic meat, and they were like bear, ostrich, alligator, fucking
Ostrich.
Oscicle.
What's fucking
Oscicle
Octopus?
testicle.
yeah, the fucking tentacles of the octopus.
Yeah, octopi. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. And all kind of weird shit, right? So it was this little white girl in there, and they were like, holla at her, holla. I was like, all right, fuck it. Let me holla at her. So I got a number and shit, and I was like, man, I'm not finna call her. It was like, call her. So I finally called her, and she was like, come over. I went over there, we had a few drinks, a few shots, and we were sitting there, and she was like, yeah, I see dead people. And I was like, what the fuck you mean you see dead people? And she was like, yeah, like that little boy standing right there. You don't see him? And I was like,
It's one of those.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? She was like, it's the little boy standing right there holding his head. And I was like, hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna call you probably never again. But I'm gonna call you. You be on the lookout for that. You and that little boy.
Those are usually good rides, though. Let me say.
Yeah, I'm good with that shit. I don't need an extra person holding a head staring at me. He's like, hey, you're not doing it, Chun. Like, Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck in every horror movie the dude with the head or the woman with the head can still talk because like that's not attached to nothing else. It's just this part.
What horror movies are you watching, bro?
Well, if it's if it's the Living Dead, then that's possible. But if it's like something that they would use for that, that's not in any type of like Living Dead category, such as a zombie.
like Living Dead. Like,
I think you're trying to overthink your necrophilia porn, man.
Oh shit!
It's just like that's weird as fuck.
We get into the necrophilia porn.
Look at that. Her head still sucks dick, but she got no throat. How does that happen?
Hey, you trying to sound like he's 40 now, man.
Hey, hey, let's take it back to the paranormal real quick. So, I seen this argument the other day. What do you think's real? I think aliens would be real before paranormal stuff would be real. What do y'all think?
I think aliens are fucking definitely real because
Aliens.
I think
I'd say
a lot of
probably, most
paranormal-
definitely, probably like 95%. I'm sure aliens exist in
Yeah.
some way or another.
I sure hope to. I mean, like, because like, I think we are aliens. Like, I don't think we should worry about classifying on what planet what life comes from. Like,
We're of the Anunnaki descent.
Anunnaki, Anunnakis. Yep, the visitors, man. Yeah.
What do you
know
think,
about
Suge?
that?
We
I
think
don't know anything about
alien. What would you believe in first, though?
I feel right now like I felt when she said that you said a little boy with his head chopped off. I'm just like, yeah,
I mean, I think she
I
might.
don't know anything about this.
I think she might be a little crazy or something. Like she
Yeah,
watched The
maybe.
Sixth Sense too many times as a little kid.
I met a lot of weird people like that. I had a chick, she had dragon posters on the wall. White chick.
Hey,
And
that's
she
kind of
was
cool.
like-
She down with the D&D?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is when we left, she was normal. 2 weeks later, her and her boyfriend kidnapped and tortured a piece of delivery driver, like Rick James did.
Welcome.
It was like, hey, why did she do that? I don't know what drug she was on, but yeah, they had a good time with him.
As long as it's not PCP or crack, of course I've already gotten out of my system trying heroin, coke, ecstasy, like all that shit. I will never do meth or crack or PCP. Like those are my hard line. I'm not like I smoke every day, but I mean like other than that, I don't fuck with drugs that often. But yeah, dude,
you might fuck with the safe ones often.
Well, not
the
even
dangerous ones.
Even like mushrooms are one thing that I feel like I should actually do more. But like even with LSD, which is supposedly 1,000% safe for the body, which it is, you know what I'm saying. But I don't
As long
fuck
as it's
with,
real.
yeah, I don't want to fuck with it too much because like it can break your perception of reality, and that's a very fragile thing that we humans are lucky to have. Is like to look in a mirror and know that it's us. Dogs, young children, things like that, they don't know that that's them. They don't perceive a reality. They don't have that. Could you imagine not knowing you exist, but just existing? That's crazy, isn't it?
That's how most people live their life.
What if they do know they exist though, and it's just like it's like the way simpler version? Because they are somewhat conscious when it comes to dogs, and even cats. I mean, I'd say monkeys are probably like a little conscious.
Oh yeah, no, monkeys perceive themselves.
Yeah,
I mean, shit. There are
but I mean, I guess in the way you're saying, I mean, like dogs can learn tricks.
Yeah.
Even cats can. Like, they might know more than you would think. Probably by like a tiny bit. I would say.
some primates have entered the Stone Age
That's what I heard
of
the other day.
technology.
I was gonna bring that up here in a second. Yeah,
I've seen them fucking torture a monkey to play with a cell phone.
They build houses. They string things together with like twine. They shape rocks to form knives. Isn't that nuts? We could see the rise of like another intelligent species soon.
I wouldn't think so. I would think people are buying them to have sex with them.
We're gonna destroy
Not
the
in our
world.
lifetimes.
We're gonna destroy the world before they can progress, and that's factual. Really,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I might not have great grandchildren because the world will be ending or ended.
Dude. There was a climate report funded by conservatives that said that if you look at the rate of pollution and like we have this great shelf, like if we go over this, the world cannot be saved, and we're like probably over that already, and like in 100 years, if it's 3 degrees warmer, we're fucked, and it looks to be 7. So this climate report is showing all this negative shit, and the whole gist of it is you should deregulate everything because we're fucked anyways. Like, that's conservatism for you. Like,
what if they said blow it up your ass?
I mean, is this like, are we parachuting coke up there? Like, are we? Is this Molly? I mean, what's up? I like to party.
Hey, rectal alcohol consumption is a thing, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's boofing is a thing, which you
I've
stick
seen
drugs in
Steve-
your butt.
I've seen Steve-O boof alcohol multiple times.
That is weird shit. Like you're just like shoving alcohol up your ass. Like, how much that hurts?
He called it the butt chug. I'm
Or
pretty
feels
sure.
good.
Oh, I'm like, fuck that. It don't feel good coming up, so I'm like, I don't know.
How would you know?
That's what I was like. I don't know. I said coming up, don't feel good. Going down is right.
And how did we get onto this from
We know
trash theft?
I have no clue.
Oh man, so we got a new cat, Goose. I fucking love this dude. I just realized today that like if he gets out, he'll be a goose on the loose. And whenever he's acting silly, he's gonna be a silly goose. I don't know.
He is a silly goose. He's a sweet boy.
Yo, I better love my cat. Cause oh look, speak of the fucking
Out of here.
I've only known him for a few minutes, but I feel like we're already friends.
I feel bad we had to take his balls, but they wouldn't let us have them without.
Yeah, that's a
Less we
sad
did.
day.
That's what they tell you. Give me those balls.
I know, fucking women, right? Anybody coming to the show Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't know if I'll be making an appearance on stage, but we'll see. I don't have any new material written, so probably
I
not.
don't care. Tell that old joke again and right now so it's on the pod. You want me to do it? Because I've been rehearsing it. I was going to lightweight.
You should get it. Yeah.
I was going to ask you permission to do it on stage the other
Do
night.
because
but
I
didn't
haven't
show up.
practiced it since that day, and I'm rusty on it.
Okay, let me think on it. It's like my brain, I should have like a little loading bar because I swear it would be like, okay, so times are tough right now. COVID, nobody has any money. I don't have any money. Fuck. Halloween's one of my favorite times of the year, and I'd really love to celebrate. I just don't have the money for decorations. Then I realized, fuck it. I live in a bad neighborhood. I'm just going to let somebody OD on the front porch. That should be fucking scary enough, right? I mean, think about it. Little kids are going to come up and they're going to be like, oh, this is going to be a guy pranking us. We're going to get up on him and he's going to turn around and boo. But then they go and poke and they just get a little bit of stank. And then, that's something along those lines. That's what I've been working out for your joke.
They squeeze some drool.
Okay, no,
little fuzzy drool.
You're getting gross with and they squeeze the juices out of the leg and lick it and start masturbating.
Hey, but for real, that was great. For real.
Thank you.
killed
No,
it.
that was great. They your version of it, I couldn't. You nailed like that punch, and so like I'm trying to make it quicker, but when you make it quicker, you don't nail the punch as hard. You know what I mean? Like so, only because I'm a young, aspiring trash comic. So
It was very nice. I appreciated your genius on
So
it.
when is your special coming out?
Quarter to never.
Oh shit, you're a trash comic. You're supposed to have a special out.
Well, I ain't sucked any dicks yet, so nah.
I'll never get a special.
I don't know, man. I lost my acid. Did I say that already on here? Fucking, I was cleaning my house, and I realized that fucking, oops, I misplaced some LSD, and I have no idea where it is. I'm worried I threw it away. Maybe that guy found it. Maybe my trash picker's going to come up here tomorrow and be like, I had you all wrong, man. Thank you for showing me the light.
It really is a sad day in the Feezo household, though. When I heard that news. I feel for you, brother.
It's the Brando LSD. Oh, man. Rest in peace, Brando. Gone, never forgotten. Used to have great prices on pot. For a little bit, and then trash prices, but that's okay. Still love you. And I got a bad throat today, too. I was sneezing and cleaning the house so much, brought all this dust and hair and everything, and I was in that shit for 16 hours. I woke up and I sneezed, and then I feel like I ripped my throat a bit. So now I know what it's like to be a lady of the night, work a hard shift. I think tore out my esophagus, and I don't know. I'm worried it's gonna kill me. Fucking.
Hey, you know the fucked up part is?
Huh?
Neither one of y'all can get workman's comp. So yeah, I know your throat hurts. Keep working. Keep it going. Jokes and throats.
Damn, sir.
Oh.
Damn, I made him fall back. Ain't that right?
Well,
A
evil.
little closer to this table than I thought. Right on the funny bone.
I don't have a fucking funny bone.
People get mad. They be like, that's not a funny bone. It's funny for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just enjoy that pain. Your whole, whatever side you hit hurt.
Like a Charlie horse,
Turn
but from
PG.
Contact, you know?
Oh, dude. I've been having a lot of Charlie horses lately in weird spots, making me look awful. I had one the other day when I had to shit, so I almost shit myself and had to roll off the couch in a certain way to make sure, because I didn't know what was going on down there. And I was like, oh.
You gotta stretch more often.
Bro, I'm telling
Stretch
you.
some calves.
Come stretch me, daddy. I need stretched.
Has anybody ever looked up and found out who Charlie was?
Charles Manson?
Oh, because he has to be a hell of a person for them to go ahead and give him a horse. And then
Oh,
everybody,
yeah.
yeah, who's this guy?
Who's the OG Charlie?
Charles, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That sounds like some shit that they get you.
That's the OG Charlie. First Charlie
Sounds like a
ever.
dude I know that died. Rest in peace, OG Charlie.
Yeah, OG Charlie. That's right.
Fun. I don't know. I think I'm going to end the podcast right here, guys, for now. Stay tuned. Don't leave your seats yet. We got another section coming up later.
Put an intervention. Hold on.
Intermission.
Thank you. I was going to say intervention, but anyway.
I do need an intervention,
I need an intervention, for sure.
but we'll take an intermission before then. An intermission for an intervention.
Be back in 30.
I need help. We'll be right back.